All we have left for the entire night and for the entirety of second grade is partition rectangles, quiz 2, unit test, and then the course challenge, and we will be done. We are currently 69% mastered. Nice. God, I'm a child. Moving on. This rectangle is 20 same-size squares. Oh, man. So we're already going to be kind of sort of talking about multiplication, right? Again, we are avoiding using the word multiplication, but like, how many rows, how many columns? This is the same adding by array that we did back in first grade. Well, I appreciate that, Yurda. I like that I seem like a cool guy. That's something that I kind of count on because, of course, if you're teaching math, you have to be a cool guy or else nobody's going to listen to you. Hell, even if you are a cool guy, a lot of the time nobody listens to you. Believe me, I know. I see 4 columns of 5 rows, and this is another good little bit of vocabulary for us to talk about really quick. A row is specifically across, whereas a column is specifically down. A lot of people get these mixed up. I was a chess player when I was a kid. No, I have not seen Queen's Gambit yet. It's on the to-do list, but I have not seen it yet. I used to play chess as a kid, and for me, these words were rank and file. They mean the same thing, but again, we needed to have different words for vertical and horizontal so that we don't have to say, oh, no, the horizontal row, not the vertical row. So, row is horizontal, column is vertical. At least in math. Again, when you start applying to other sort of language applications, things are like that, or things can be different. So what did I just say? I said 5 rows and 4 columns. Partitioning rectangles again. Which rectangle is split into 5 rows with 2 columns? So that's 2 columns up and down, 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's find it. No! I accidentally hit the wrong thing. Happens to me sometimes. That's that one. I don't know what's going on here. That looks like just somebody messing around. But that looks like 5 rows, 2 columns. I don't play chess really anymore, but yeah, when I was a kid, I used to play a lot. I went to a private school when I was a little kid because my parents spoiled me for a little while, and I learned to play chess, and it was great. I actually was like going to competitions and tournaments and stuff, and then I went to public school, and I never played chess again. So if I was going to split this into 4 rows and 4 columns, how many squares would she make? Oh, so cool. I love this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw this. But we don't have to, right? We should be able to tell that if it's 4 rows and 4 columns, that's going to be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 4 times 4 is 16. But let's, this is second grade. Let's go ahead and double check just to make sure. Now, I can't draw straight lines to save my life, so I apologize. ADSI taught math for a year, and now I'm bad at math. Yeah, that's fair. I actually, fun story, I went to Germany, to Berlin, to try to get a master's degree in math. But I hadn't actually done any college level math for like 12 years. So I showed up, I had a great time, it was a lot of fun. I failed every single class I took because I was not prepared. I was not ready. So if I split this into fourths, downward, as I said, I can't draw a straight line to save my life, don't at me. 2, 3, 4, that's not fourths at all either. Let's try that one more time. There we go. So these are obviously not equal size because I'm terrible at drawing. But even if your child, if your kid, if your student, whatever, if they're having a hard time understanding why the answer is 16, you can write this down. You can actually show this. And actually, this is a really neat sort of thing because it only takes 3 lines to split the square into 4 pieces, which is another sort of thing that might be worth pointing out early on because it is a pattern that comes up even in master's level mathematics, believe it or not. So the answer is 16. How did you get here, Yurda? I am normally an actual math teacher. I am not this year because COVID. So I'm doing this instead. We have 12 same-side squares that looks like 4 rows, 3 columns. And no matter how you got here, I'm very, very glad that you are. Sometimes I get a lot of people in my stream, but normally I stream to 0 to 1 people, and that's okay. I also put these videos up on YouTube. I chop them up into little bits and I put them on YouTube. If you want to see them, if you need to, you can go to professor-cunningham.com and see them there. Let's do a quiz, and then a unit test, and then a course challenge, and then we are done with 2nd grade. And on Monday, we'll be able to move on to 3rd grade. And since this is a quiz and we've already talked a lot about this, I'm just going to kind of burn through this. That's fourths. That's fourths. And that's it. We want 2 rows and 2 columns. That would be B. This circle is divided in halves. And if we have 3 rows of 6 columns, I'm going to cheat and do multiplication. 3 times 6 is 18. This is where the formula for the area of a rectangle comes from. So it's really important to have your student actually like physically be able to hold the rectangles and either measure them or put squares on them to show this. Because when we start talking about area equals length times width, this is literally why. It's just rows and columns. All right, 1/4 of the shape shaded. That would be B. But it also looks like C. D is fourths, but it's 2 of them. And that's quiz 2. We are almost done.